Genuinely imagine what you would look like. Imagine where you would live. Imagine the car you would drive. Imagine how much your woman would respect you. Imagine the love you would see in her eyes when she looks at you with adoration like a king. Imagine your existence. That person is waiting for you, and the only thing that's stopping you from being that person is your monumental laziness. You can have it. The universe is very giving. It will give you anything you work for. I've never seen somebody try for something with all of their might and not get it. The only people who do not have the things they want are the people who do not try for them. I've never seen a person wake up and say, my only dedication in life is to solve a Rubik's Cube and fail. You are not stupid. You are not incompetent. You are lazy and arrogant. It's extremely important you understand that that person is waiting for you, and you are declining that version of yourself. In the multiverse, in the many different versions of the universe that exist, there is a version of you that does those exact things, and he is a greater person than you can even fathom. You can transform yourself into that guy. You can be a top G. That's exactly what I did. I knew who I was going to have to end up being before I became that person. My brother and I are not from rich families. We are not from advantaged beginnings. But I knew I had to be a big, strong, fighting billionaire. That's what I knew I had to be. Discipline is the key to success. If you cannot force yourself to do something you don't want to do, how are you ever going to put yourself through the suffering required for greatness? If you cannot force yourself to train when you do not want to train, if you cannot force yourself to work when you don't want to work, or force yourself to eat right, how can you possibly ever become a monumentally successful person if you cannot control yourself long enough to do what must be done as opposed to what you feel like doing? A man must do what he is supposed to do irregardless of how he feels. That is the key component to masculinity, is discipline. If you do not have the discipline to dedicate yourself to anything, you are going to fail and be crushed by the people who can. If you only go to the gym when you feel like going to the gym, you're never going to be as strong as the people who go to the gym when they don't feel like going to the gym. That is a reality of life. So, I train every single day. I've actually heard from some people saying, you overtrain. And I explained to them, one, I don't believe in rest. I'm not you. I'm not broke like you are, Mr. Fitness Trainer, standing around the gym teaching people for $50 an hour. I don't need to listen to you. Secondly, I don't train because I want to get bigger. I train every day because it is difficult to train every day. It hurts. I don't want to. I wake up and I'm busy. I have other things to do. I don't feel like doing it, so I force myself to do it 7 days a week, 365 days a year, so that I know I'm the kind of person who can do what he doesn't want to do when it needs to be done. I am that man. And it's more of a mental exercise than physical exercise at this point. How can you ever outcompete me if I can force myself to do the things I don't want to do and you cannot? Discipline is absolutely essential for success, and you need to get very comfortable and very used to the idea of understanding that on your path to greatness, there are going to be long periods of time where you hate what you are doing, where you are dissatisfied with the actions you must undertake, where you are tired, where you are stressed. That is why it is difficult. That is why most people won't make it. If the path was easy, everybody would walk it and it would lead nowhere. 100 people start the path, 99 fall off because it is difficult, and the one person who makes it to the end gets the gold. If all 100 made it to the end and the gold was divided by 100, it wouldn't even be worth anything. The difficulty gives it value. The fact that it is difficult to do is the key component into the fact you want it in the first place. If it wasn't difficult, everyone would have it and you wouldn't want it because no one would respect it. It's supposed to be hard. Life is supposed to be hard. You're supposed to think this is terrible. You're supposed to suffer and smile through the pain regardless. Discipline is the key to success in all realms as a man. And if you lack it, you stand no chance. You can give most people a roadmap to success. You can give them a Ferrari with a full tank of gas. And a lot of people still wouldn't make the destination because they would say the drive is too far away. Quitters, they don't have the discipline. You can tell them exactly how to do it. You can give them the mechanism to get there, but they don't have the discipline to complete the drive and end up at the destination. That is the majority of Earth. This is your competition. People who, even if they are told what to do, and people tell them exactly how to do it and help them do it, still quit. Still fail because they lack discipline. Even me, with my monumental powers, I can't make a quitter successful. It doesn't matter how good I am. It doesn't matter how easily I make it for them to succeed. It doesn't matter how compendious and concise and powerful the real world is. It doesn't matter how much I text them and motivate them, how many emergency meetings I do to try and talk to them and hype them up, how much motivation I give them. It doesn't matter what I do. If they are a quitter, guess what they're going to do? They're going to quit. No matter how simple the map is to read, no matter how fast a Ferrari is, somewhere along the drive, the sun's going to get in their eyes. and they're going to sit there and go, I don't like this is hard, and they're going to quit. Quitters are the number one type of people that nobody can help. If you're a quitter, I can't help you, life can't help you, God himself cannot help a quitter. So if you lack discipline, you lack the very basic building block to any type of success which exists on the planet. By every single metric which can be measured with science, you are going to stay a loser and a failure. So you need to pick the low-hanging fruit first. And the starting block to all of these things is your body. I believe you lift, stretch, move, improve your body, try and train MMA, learn how to fight, get stronger, get bigger muscles. It's a fast track to self-discipline to carry over into all other endeavors. And I would argue that it's nearly impossible. In fact, how many people can say the gym saved their life? How many people do you know were depressed, started training, got in fantastic shape, and weren't depressed anymore? It is very easy. The low-hanging fruit is your body and upgrading your body. That is the easiest struggle, which is never going to backfire on you and never going to be a negative towards any other facet of your life. And when I look at men who are physical specimens, I think everyone naturally does this, but I'm going to openly say it. I respect them differently than I look at men who aren't. I have a different level of respect for them because they show me they have discipline. They show me they have motivation. They show me they're capable of doing difficult and hard things. Those are the kind of people I trust. They're not afraid of struggle. They're problem solvers. People who train are problem solvers, and you need to become one. And you need to become very, very adept at solving problems pretty quickly. I actually find it amazing there's people out there who aren't in perfect physical condition. Guys, let me tell you all a newsflash. If you eat right and you train hard, you look good. Yeah. It's like a biological certainty. It's almost impossible to be fat and look bad if you eat right and train hard. Your body will react and give you exactly what you want. So why don't you all look like superheroes? Do you not understand how intimidating that is just when they look at a group of people and they all look like superheroes and they can feel they're all disciplined, all hardworking, all dedicated, all physically strong? The struggle is what's beautiful about it. That's the most important. That's what you have to understand. The key is to keep training. If you train hard every single day, you don't have to worry about a little bit of life. If you don't train and you don't smoke, you're still going to be a pussy. Yes. The answer is always hard work. As soon as you are granted life, you are guaranteed death. What you do in between is up to you. You are all conscious. That could end tomorrow. That could end in 100 years. But the time between the beginning of your consciousness and the end of it is completely up to you. Training is never the wrong decision. If you are free, you should train. If you are rich, you should train. If you are poor, you should train. If you smoke, you should train. If you don't smoke, you should train. If you drink, you should train. If you don't drink, you should train. You cannot escape that hard work is always the correct decision. There is no time in any scenario when working hard is going to be the wrong answer. You should always try your very best in all things. I always knew the answer to everything is raw action. The answer to everything has always been raw action. My dad had a tweet about this. He said that raw action solves all. So when I was broke, I was never like, I'm poor, what do I do? It was, I'm poor, I have to do something. If I was broke, I'd go for a run. That's why I was such a great fighter. If I was broke, I'd sit there and go, I'm actually poor. How do I make money? Don't know. How can I where can I get some cash? Don't know. What more can I do? Don't know. Oh, I'll just go for a run. And I just go for a 3-mile run. You just have to say, well, I have to do something. I can't just sit still and die. A lot of people are happy to just sit still and die or can go to sleep and take a nap. Well, if that's what you want to do, then you can stay a loser. That's fine. I'm glad there are losers because if everyone had Lamborghinis, my Lamborghini wouldn't be fun to show off. I need you to look at it and feel the deep pain in your heart of regret and failure. That's the whole point of it. I need to drive my Bugatti and everyone be looking at it going, I'll never have one of those. And I can get all their energy and feel it all, and it makes me happy. Fantastic. So you can sit at home and do nothing, but when I was poor, I had to go for a run. I couldn't sit still or lift weights or do something. I couldn't even sleep. So raw action solves everything. I understood that at a young age. But as you get older, you get to look back and you get to put your whole story together, the whole tapestry together. I knew I wouldn't stay poor. Did I ever think I'd get this rich? Well, I never said I wouldn't, but did I ever think it would probably happen at this level? No, but it's amazing how the compounding interest of just endless raw action adds up. I've never had a lazy day. I've never skipped work, never missed an email, never had a day off, ever. You if you were to go through the last 3 years of my life, you will see that there's never been a day where I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. And it all just adds up, and then monumental success comes, and you get to laugh at everybody else, ha ha ha, and life's great. I find it amazing that, I speak to people my age, and I say, in my 20s, I spent maybe, I don't know, let's say 3 hours a day. What's a decade? Let's just say 10,000 I spent 10,000 hours in the gym training. You're the same age as me. What did you do with those 10,000 hours? They can't even tell me what they did. What did you do? Watch TV, go out, go pub, sit around, sleep, nap, chase women? What did you actually do? We had the same amount of waking hours and the same amount of minutes. I know where 10,000 hours of my minutes went, and that's why I'm the champ. That's why I have 4 title belts above my bed. That's how I spent my 10,000 hours. Tell me what you did with your 10,000 hours, which is equal to, comparable to, or superior than how I spent my time. And they can't even name what they did with any of their time. They're like, don't know. So if you're 16, you need to be using every single waking minute towards things you're going to remember. You're going to remember training. You're going to remember working hard. You're going to remember trying to make money. You're spending your life and wasting your time doing things you're not even going to be able to recollect in a few years. You're going to wonder why you fall behind the people who don't waste time. Time is the ultimate currency. Time is money. Time is also strength and power and networks, connection. Time is everything. You convert it. It's like malleable. Time is like Play-Doh. Yeah. You can turn it into anything. You can turn it into muscles if you go to the gym. Turn it into fighting prowess if you go to the fight gym. But people have all this time and they just mush around with it. And then they're like, oh, don't know why I'm failing. I wish I was successful.
You shouldn't wake up and say, how happy am I today? How does that affect how I act? That's not how I operate. I wake up and say, what must be done? What will allow me to be proud of myself? What will allow me to achieve? And those things will be done regardless of how I feel. And that's how the most successful people on earth all operate. The most successful people on earth don't only do things because they feel happy about doing them.
And you don't know my stories about Roadman. You don't know about the time me, Tristan, and Luke drove to Malmo, Sweden from Luton, England, leaving at 2 a.m. to go to Christmas at a random girl who I was sleeping with's house. It was Christmas Day. And I met her in Dubai like 6 months before. She said, you should see a Swedish Christmas. I was like, I want to come on Christmas. And she said, whatever. And I called her Christmas Eve saying, I'm coming. She's like, no way, you're actually coming. I haven't spoken to you in months. I'm coming.
3:30 a.m. on Christmas. But the roadmen don't sleep.
And then we ended up driving to Prague. We left Christmas night like 1 a.m. But we were too tired because we hadn't slept in days. So we were doing push-ups in the snow in a gas station when Swedish police rolled up on us and asked us what we were doing. What push-ups? Is that crime? You don't know anything. I'm a roadman. Roadmanning is what I do.
No sleep. Endless coffees. Let's go.
Just got to wander the earth and get into adventures, you know? You just get to walk around life. That's what life's for. You wander around and things happen to you. So we're going to go wandering around in cars and see what happens. We don't need to plan anything. Let's be the best trip ever. You just get to wander around. And then, before you know it, you meet a bitch, you make some money, you go to jail. It's life.
Mick Hucknall.
I'm surprised you're listening to music.
Only Mick Hucknall turns off the moment I start driving.
Mick Huckman.
What do you mean you don't know who Mick Hucknall is?
You know what? We're gonna jam to you. I'm riding with you. I get it now. I get the joke. Tristan, the sun's coming up.
Exactly. You get it.
I get it.
Finally. Hey, Andrew.
At this moment in time isn't in your mind at all. Should be me.
What do you know about Simply Red?
I get it now.
Sun's coming up. Mick Hucknall. Finally. Simple pattern recognition.
It should be me. It could be me. Your mind forever.
Nothing like watching the sunrise with a bit of Mick Hucknall. Doesn't get better than that.
Now that the sun rises up, I know what the rest of the trip is going to be like. Pure silence.
Got some banging audiobooks if you want one on.
The Simnatsati, meaning 17th.
Tristan, I'm going to lose my mind.
18th is the Simnatsati. Va, Sim, Na,
Only on numbers right now.
Sa,
How am I missing this?
Va, Sim,
Do this all day.
Va,
Are you ready?
Ta.
Ti.
T.
Are you ready?
Divianatity.
No.
Va,
That was pretty close.
What was it?
Divianatity. I'll be fluent by the time we get there. You know how to combat this.
Sa,
I'm going to just start repeating it in the most hick accent of all
Again,
time.
that.
Until you can't stand
Va,
it.
Sa,
Who's gonna win this war?
Ti.
Devasity.
Dvatsati,
Devasity.
meaning 20th.
20th. Devasity.
At all. Could be me. At this moment in time, love's indescribable. It should be me.
We need 6 beers each, and then we continue driving the hill. Nice.
We don't eat each at 7 a.m.
Who the fuck's this guy?
I always carry a knife where there could potentially be bears.
Every time, I always carry a knife when I go out into the village. Always. And in England, you go
so many times, and I've never seen you with a knife.
Bro, I always carry a knife.
Carries a knife when you go swimming in Croatia. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
You go swimming in Croatia, in the ocean, off your yacht.
I have a knife on my gun.
He'll have a knife.
You got nothing for. Because I don't like you. I never did. But in the comfort of my own home, with you being arrested by decal, I couldn't risk telling you how I really felt about you to your face. Now they're out in the villages and we're planning to kill you at the end of the trip. I can tell you that no one likes you.
Wait, am I supposed to step that far?
You don't know the plan to kill out? Steal his Ferrari, sell it, launder the money, pickles in the morning.
It's 7:30 a.m. And we're having pickles,
The most Romanian shit ever.
meat, potatoes,
Pickles and cigarettes. Romanian breakfast.
cigarettes.
Romanian breakfast. Coffee, pickles, cigarettes.
No. That's not a thing. It's not good. I know it's not good because I just tried it. Pickles and coffee do not go together.
Why are we doing it?
I got to cover the hood of the car in wooden spoons to protect it from witchcraft. You forgot. Hopefully someone in the vicinity did. Remember. And it will protect our cars.
I didn't see that. I didn't even see that.
I was disenfranchised with Christianity. I just mentioned Christopher Hitchens. I read a few books that he wrote when I was younger, and I thought, you know what? I looked around England and the way society was collapsing and the way Christians behave. I mean, this pride flags in churches, this is a relatively new phenomenon, but let's just say it started with versions of reality I saw like that. And I thought, you know, Christians don't really stand for anything anymore. I challenge any atheist to walk around Romania and just insult Jesus Christ. To the normal Romanian man. The Romanians stand for something. And I saw how Christianity holds this country together. Walking around London with that watch and no bodyguards could be a death sentence. You could get as drunk as you like by yourself in any bar in Bucharest with that watch on and no one's going to steal it. The Romanian people are good people and Christianity is what helps hold the society together. I fell back into Christianity by reading the Bible cover to cover 6 years ago. And it opened my eyes to what I was standing against as an atheist. And I thought, why would I stand against this? Why am I saying I'm an atheist? Let me at least investigate what I'm missing out on.
Yeah, baby. Only God can touch me. Only God can touch me.
Out there live a hermit, a monk that is basically part of the monastery but is living outside of the monastery in the wild.
Completely by himself.
Yeah.
People leave him food and he studies the Bible all day and tries to get closer to God.
Yeah.
Lives a complete isolation.
My kind of guy.
So it was one hermit and his disciple. So because they lived here, many other monks, they came and they built the monastery. So because of these two hermits, they built the monastery here. Of course, they were doing like miracles. That's why many people, they came for them and they say, okay, let's make a monastery.
I can't see him on screen.
Too dark. Too dark.
It's good to be in here with both of you guys.
3 of us.
Because the walls are black. Yeah, on the black side, so you see the person black. Please God, don't let them come to our country. I think is what's happening here.
There are more predators on the black side.
It's a 7-hour hike, which we're not going to do. But technically you can drive there, but I'm not sure the road was built for Ferrari 812 competitions. And then also, I'm built in. So let's hit the car. That's not actually
All the way to the top.
all the way to the top. Sorry, we're going to try. Tristan said there's no way we're going to make it, and I said, well, if it gets bad, I'll turn around. I'm not going to wreck the car. Or will I? Threatening him. Because he's a coward. Turns out everyone's afraid but me. Everyone's operating from a realm of fear. I'm the last brave man on the planet. And I'm prepared to drive to the top of this fucking mountain. Whether you're scared about it or not.
It's a treacherous road.
It's a dirt walking road.
You sound scared. I'm just saying. You in or not?
We're at a monastery. What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
Andrew, I really don't think that the Ferrari can handle this.
I can.
Andrew, this is bad.
Yeah, the car. I'm bad.
I know you. You're gonna try.
course I want to try it. It's a $1.5 million Ferrari, so, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Day's wages. Because of fun. Let's go.
You gave us some bullshit location, which is on a dirt road. And every car coming down from the top of the dirt road has not seen a Ferrari, which they would have seen, I'm 100% sure.
It's a one-way road.
So yeah, it's a one-way road. I mean, this is not even a road. So now I'm in a 700,000 pound Aston Martin, driving on a dirt road through the forest with the chipmunks and the bears.
Dirt road gives it too much credit. This is
dirt. It's not really a road.
No.
It's just a path that's been beaten from tractors and statues driving up.
He got it.
Clearly.
He literally sent us a location and said, meet me here. And then we followed the directions.
Yes.
And he wasn't there.
No, he's not even on his way here. And if I were in a 4x4 Suzuki, I'd be perfectly happy on this road. But this car wasn't built for this road. When Aston Martin tested the DBS 770, they didn't test it on a road like this. I'd actually bet this is the only Aston Martin DBS 770 in history to ever drive more than 100 meters on a road like this.
Literally in the mountains with the bears. The whole crew was here. The whole crew followed the directions. And the only person who didn't follow the directions was the person who sent the directions out.
So it was your idea to traverse up the dangerous mountain road. And we soldiered on to the location that you sent. And lo and behold, you were not there.
Bailey.
Andrew.
I had been up and down in the time you fucking cowards struggled.
No.
Because the road was bumpy. I would never pretend I'm going to go up a road that I knew a car couldn't get up and then just drive to the hotel. I would never speed off quickly and just go here. Absolutely. If that's what you're implying. If you're implying I sent you on a wild chase up a mountain in an Aston Martin and came straight back here to have spicy chicken soup, then you're wrong. I would never do that. You're a fucking failure, aren't you? You didn't make it to the top, did you? You're a fucking loser. What a fucking loser. You suck.
So the AI superbrain told us that we had to come to this park to find some action. Is that what you're telling me? And this hive-brain super AI was wrong?
I don't know about you guys, I'm having a fucking great time. We drink some TV. It's got it going for it. There's even a slide for Marcel. He's not here.
There is a bar, a random bar by the children's play course.
If you're gonna sit around watching your kid on a slide,
you might as well get drunk. There's a party. We need to go check it out.
Fucking go there.
10-minute party. Let's run it back. 10-minute party. What does park start with? What letter?
Well, the first 3 letters. There's just one letter off.
P-A-R. What else starts with P-A-R? Excuse me, sir. Can we join your party, please? It's a bunch of 80-year-olds. 80-year-olds dancing.
Watch me. Tell me again what I can't do. These Romanians have used their card, the I'll put you in jail card, and I'm no longer afraid of it. I'm now basically Superman in Romania. Because they can't do anything to me that they haven't already done. And for that reason, I do whatever the fuck I want. So tell me again what I'm not allowed to do. And tell me what the punishment for doing it is. Come. Alright, cake's on the way. Last one. Lady says come back.
Some old lady was catcalling Tristan.
You should go.
Tristan, we have to go back. You said you wanted a village, Whoopi. There you go. There you go. Beggars can't be choosers.
Get out of the range of the old people. They're still waiting for They probably can't zoom in that much. Don't worry.